Howdy, everyone. Welcome back. Thank you so much for your patience. I hope you're enjoying the content today, all of the bots, all of the carnage. We have another interview with us today, a member from WPI. Go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, who your robot is.
Yep. Hi, I'm James Nguyen. I am from Team WPI. My robot Stoneforge. And yeah, super excited to compete today.
All right, so what's WPI stand for? Are you a university team, a group of friends, high school? What's up?
Sure. So WPI is it's the University of Worcester Polytechnic Institute in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Whoa.
So super big team. We have about 20-ish active members that compete pretty much every single month. So we're really excited to branch out and compete in other events such as this one in Texas.
Awesome. Well, we're super glad to have you here. Thanks for coming out. This is really cool. So when you're competing every month, are those at local events? Are you traveling? Is it a mix?
Yep. So it's usually mixed, but our biggest event that we go to is Norwalk Havoc Combat League, and so that's the really big one that we go to. And so that happens actually every 2 months, and so we're really stoked to be competing at events other than Norwalk. Kind of feel out the field in the U.S. Definitely having a good time here, though.
Yeah, I'm sure the diversity is nice for the bots as well, right? To be able to face different kinds of bots.
Yeah, for sure. Norwalk definitely there are certain type of robots there, so it's really cool to fight different types of robots. Like, for example, I fought Ablation my last match, and that was super fun. Definitely a really good experience to fight Ablation.
Awesome. I need to know, did you sign up for Break the Bank?
I did not, unfortunately.
But now you're filled with regret, right?
Yep. So after the first Break the Bank, I actually went to one of the event organizers and I was like, "Hey, can I sneak in?" They said no because they already put all the cash, all the signups in there. But definitely next time.
I'm really excited about it. It's something I think maybe you'll have a better idea since you've been to so many events that I think is rather unique for combat robotics so far.
Yeah. I've actually never seen anything like this, and I think it's super cool, super fun.
Still a little tacky.
Yeah, I think it's a cool, super cool event.
But yeah, I'm excited for it. But that is true, chat. After that first round, we did not let anyone else sign up, mostly because Break the Bank is a confidence game, right? And once you see the cracks and it's a damaged box, it's a different bet. Those $2, right? It's a different buy-in. Yeah, no, I appreciate it, and I'm excited that it's something that an experienced combat robotics team has some interest in.
Yeah,
as it's a bit of a brainchild of ours. So that's exciting. I'm excited to see your robot continue throughout the competition. Things are going pretty well. Your robot is it's a barrel beater, right?
Yeah, so Stoneforge is actually a modular robot.
Okay.
So I have a drum spinner on it. I have a beater attachment for it. I have an overhead spinner for it. So there's a bunch of different types of weapon types. On top of that, I have different front ends like bareface, wedgelets, forks. So definitely a lot of cool things with that.
Are you changing those modules based on the results of the robot's previous fights? Like,
exactly.
Are you watching those early fights and then picking what you'll use to fight the robots accordingly?
Yeah, so combat, like, as a whole, for all of our new viewers, combat's pretty much a game of rock, paper, scissors. So some weapon archetypes are really good against other weapon archetypes. The idea behind Stoneforge is that I'm always at a weapon advantage and putting the other robots at a disadvantage.
Wow. Have you found that holds you back at all, like an optimization perspective? Or is it pretty...
It doesn't necessarily put me back in an optimization perspective. It does make the design process a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
I do have to find some places to shave off weight. And I guess to your point, I'm not able to have as much armor as other robots potentially, just because I have to adhere within the modularity rules.
Yeah. So are your 3 weapons the same weight?
More or less, yes.
Pretty much. Well, that's
Probably
super cool. I didn't know that about your robot, actually. There's a lot of freedom that these teams have within combat robotics. There's things like these modular robots that's awesome. In some of the competitions, we'll see teams of robots that compete, right, with like a damage robot and a control robot working together.
Yep.
And that's a pretty cool technique. I'm excited that we've got one flame robot at our competition.
Yeah, most definitely.
So that'll be cool. I think after seeing the box, I've heard some rumors and some murmurs about teams wishing there was a crusher robot. I think that would be the move, right?
I think so.
To just break through some polycarbonate sheets. But that's a really neat design. How long have you been working on your robot?
So I've been working on this robot for about a year now.
Okay.
About a year. It's been through 5 iterations.
Yeah.
The first 2 are more or less actually different bots. These past 3 are pretty similar. I'm trying to work to make it a lot more optimized. So trying out a lot of new things for this event. Previously, I ran 4S lipos on all my robots. This one is 6S, and so I'm running at a much higher voltage, running different speed controllers, running different weapon motors that I've run in the past. So definitely pretty experimental, but I'm really hoping for a really high performance this event.
That's great. And then just a couple questions about your organization. So you said you have 20 members, which is great. That's a pretty healthy organization. Do y'all focus on this one robot? Do you have multiple sub teams within that group that build robots? How does that work?
So we have 20 members that actively compete. The club as a whole is actually about it's about 200 members.
Wow.
And so we have a lot of members sign up for the club. Pretty big organization on campus. And so we have we probably have about 15 to 20 beetle weights. We have more than 20 ant weights. We have a few 12-pounders, a few 30-pounders. While they're not affiliated with the club, more so just with WPI, we have Team Robot on BattleBots. And so we have a lot of different combat robots. Stoneforge is just one of many. And so it's really cool to be on a huge team of people that can work together and kind of collaborate, but still have separate robots.
Very cool. Very cool. That is neat. It's a great thing. I'm glad to see so many different universities represented today. In addition to community members, we've got stream. I don't know if y'all have seen it, chat. Some of the views makes it hard, but we've had to bring out chairs for some of our younger drivers to stand on, just so they can see over the 3.5 foot tall arena. So we've got a wide variety. We've got some people here competing that might be retired, if I had to take an educated guess.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of combat. It's an equal playing field for everybody. It's inviting to everybody, and the community is really awesome. So
if you had, it sounds like you've got a lot of experience in the space, and that probably you have helped a lot of people get into the space. So if you had a recommendation, I know there are some kits out there. There's a lot of different weight classes. There can be so much information about getting into it that it can almost become overwhelming, right? You're drowning in good advice. So if you had one piece of good advice for someone looking to get into battle bots or combat robotics, what would that be?
I think the biggest thing I tell everybody is to just make your first robot and to compete. I think that a lot of people get really tied up into trying to make a really cool, really complex concept for their first bot.
Yeah.
And they actually don't end up either making their first bot, or they don't really have a good experience, or it's really overwhelming for them. I think that going out and competing allows you to learn just as much, and it really gets you into the sport. So that's my biggest recommendation.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This has been wonderful to meet you. It's been a pleasure. I hope we get to see you at more events. We're hoping that this continues to go well. It's been going great so far. Hope y'all are enjoying it. So we're going to switch back to a quick break while we figure out who's next in Break the Bank. Thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.